Hi everyone, I am Souhail MOUNIR, teacher and PhD member in CGR Research Laboratory of FST FES. So, my presentation will focus on the work carried out to identify, describe and promote the geological heritage of the Middle Atlas and the Upper Moulouya. Considered as a vector of development, geotourism is based on several factors, whose lack of documentation and information is a major problem, leading to a lack of knowledge about the value and heritage interest of geological trails on often neglected or degraded territories. The analysis of the economic, social, and environmental situation reveals opportunity like political stability and some traits like structural fragility and management shortcoming. First of all, the scientific objective that integrates on the identification and characterization of remarkable geosites. For a preservation, the administrative bodies like association and universities must carry out joint projects in terms of research, protection, and sustainability of geotourism practice. The last step consists of highlighting these riches through media coverage and promotion as a product of geotourism, from the discovery of a deposit to its promotion as a heritage object. A decade can easily pass, as is the case, for example, with the dinosaur deposits at Souhail, discovered in 1981, characterized in 1996, while the exhibition in the MOUNIR Museum was in 2014 that highlight the Geopark. Morocco enjoys a particularly important natural heritage, which is the result of the complexity of its geological history. The geodiversity it comprises is due to the variety of its outcrops and dynamic factors that have shaped them, such as the climate, which currently in Morocco varies from the Mediterranean subhumid in the north to the arid Saharan in the south. The Middle Atlas is the one of geological structures of the Moroccan Atlas Mountains, whose heritage is rich as it is diversified. It is an intracontinental chain stretching over more than 5,000 kilometers from the Gersif Plain in the northeast to the Atlas of Beni Mellal in the southwest. The study area is part of the Atlantic domain and precisely in the Middle Atlas, formed by two major structures, the tabular and folded Middle Atlas, which is separated by the North Middle Atlas Fault. The Middle Atlas is represented essentially by the Jurassic in blue, which cover the region and which translates a complex geological history during the Mesozoic and Quaternary. In order to highlight this geological heritage, make it better now, this brochure presents some remarkable geological sites in the Middle Atlas. So, we start with the geological and geomorphological characters, the culmination of high mountain relief in the folded Middle Atlas, the results of particular geological structures in the form of interclines reaching more than 300 meters with a general northeast and southwest orientation like Tishoukts and Bouiblan and Bonasser, and which separated large synclines like Elmers and Skoura basins. The landscape contrasts represented by geomorphology of the Middle Atlas basins, such as the picture example of Guigou River and the Bakrit waterfall, and other that we'll see later. All this translates into the complexity of the hydrographic network and this diversity of geological formation, taking advantage of high rainfall, especially of the massifs of Tishoks represented on the left. And Bouiblan and Bonasser, where the exceptional geomorphology in the Middle Atlas can be seen. In center Middle Atlas, the Bullman region offers a complete sequence of marine and continental fossiliferous sediments and presents the evolution of vertebrate life and paleoenvironmental nature of Jurassic. Several dinosaurs geosites have been discovered since the 1920, like Elmer's deposits by Termier in 1927 and by Delaparent in 1945, and the Bulhfa region by Mr. Cherud in 1987, I think. This work shows that the layer corresponds to the installation of lagoon and continental environments. So the cartographic and geological study of the Bullman area allowed us to reveal other well-preserved deposits on dolomites exposed by the continuous sweeping of the wet tarzut, and which require a preservation study, especially against erosion. Here is an example of a dinosaur bone site where the fragments exceed 1 meter in length. A track of 10 meters or more of tridactyl theropod footprints that walked towards the southern east. The steps of dinosaurs is an average of 41 centimeters length and 30 centimeters wide, with a distance of 1,010 centimeters between steps. So the iconology studies carried will be published soon. And from the sauropod dinosaurs trackways that had round or oval feet, the covering of the hind feet over the front feet tells us about the dinosaur's speed and direction of movement. Another site of particular value, as shown in following figure, very large footprints of a gigantic herbivorous sauropod from 1.2 to 1.3 meters in diameter. The dinosaur with its long neck can reach 30 tons in weight, so it is one of the large footprints in the world. Still in paleontology, in 214, and after a cooperation established between the Moroccan Ministry of Culture and the Universidade Nova de Lisboa in Portugal, a new remarkable site of proboscided elephant bones preserved in a travertine layer was discovered near the Tarzut village. Passing now to another character, by staging the local heritage, geotouristic entry, rather within a territorial framework, allows the transmission of the Moroccan memory of mining and the overcome the trauma of territories which, overnight, saw the cessation of their main economic activity. We are talking about the old phosphate mine in Timhdit, which has been shut down since the 1980. Another geosite of mining character in Middle Atlas, showing an artisanal exploitation of aragonite, a pleasant vitreous form of prismatic crystals, on layer of rich Triassic argillite. The intracontinental basin of Upper Moulouya contains several geosites of mining character exactly in Ahouli and Mibladen. The old mines contain several abandoned cities where the executive and workers of the mine lived, preserving a historical territory in the form of a museum in the open air. The mode of operation and exploitation of these mineralized benches and the chamber and pillar of the horizontal deposit of Mibladen that we see on the figure shows a genetic and geological diversity of great scientific and pedagogical interest. You see several samples collected from the Ahouli and Mibladen region, such as pink barite or baritine, vanadinite, malachite, and azurite, and several minerals forms. Now we will move on the volcanic heritage of the Middle Atlas, which is expressed essentially in the tabular domain by hundreds of outcropping flows attributed to the Alpine orogeny. More than 20 kilometers of pleo-quaternary basalt of a calco-alkaline nature are emitted, covering 105,000 kilometers of surface. Volcanism on the coast represents the remarkable geo-heritage of the region in the form a great variety of eruptive structure of strombolian type with slag cones and well-preserved phreato-magmatic ensembles like Mar and Diatremys of morphology at the origin of quite spectacular landscape. Given several volcan forms, volcanic cone of Micheliefen and Debris, where the two ski resorts of the Middle Atlas are currently located, which should be exploited in the most profitable way. The Middle Atlas, named the Water Tower, is famous for the high concentration of cave, where the abundance of rainfall has favored the dissolving and mechanical actions of the underground water, which subsequently led to the formation of various architectural structures offering a tourist richness of the karstic region of the eastern Middle Atlas, shown in model, and which deserves to be arranged to the tourists, such as the Abyss of Friwato and Shara and Shigar caves. In terms of the museology, the mountain town of Azru offers to the general public interpretation center of natural and cultural heritage characterizing the Middle Atlas area. The museum contains 3 natural and cultural heritage pavilions. The first room is dedicated to the exhibition of the natural heritage, like minerals, fossils, floristic samples, etc. Second room is dedicated to the intangible cultural heritage in woven products like music and Amazigh tradition. The third room represents an archaeological and historical history of great values, represented by lithic tools and bone fragments of hominids, discovered in the Middle Atlas territories, where I was a member of the excavation team in the region of Ifran and Gigu in 206 and 8. All the elements of geosites identified and characterized in this research are the consequence of the complex geological evolution of the Atlas area during the Meso-Cenozoic and Quaternary periods that we propose to highlight by media coverage and promotion as a product of geotourism. Our ultimate goal in the process of valorization of these patrimonial riches is the creation of a geopark in the Middle Atlas, as well as its qualification in force of the reproaches and the world authorities such as UNESCO, which will be in fact a concrete lever of development of these territories. We are coming to the end of this presentation. Thank you for your attention, and we hope to see you soon.